And are we already almost wrapping up our second season?
Yeah.
You said we're close to
we
being
have
done.
2
Huh?
more episodes left of season 2.
Wow.
And then this time, instead of taking 1 week off,
Important announcement, y'all. Listen to this.
we will be taking a whole month off. So the whole month of July.
What?
No podcasting. We're going to prep for season 3.
Yeah.
Which will start in August.
You know, one of the difficult things about doing the podcast a lot of times is coming up with ideas of things to talk to. I mean, there's lots of topics. Don't get me wrong. We can always talk about certain topics, but we try to keep the topics on point with what we're discussing for the season. So this month we've been focusing more on family and like parenting. First season we talked about more or less relationship between each other and like things that we go through and stuff like that. So we are trying to focus on getting a little bit more in depth. One of the things that we hear a lot of times is people say, man, we like your podcast because it's real. So we want to make sure that we keep doing that and we stay in that place where we're being open.
Yes.
We're being transparent.
Yes.
And sometimes that's hard, huh?
Yes.
A lot of times, so in doing that, a lot of times you're concerned about what other people think. And a lot of times it deals with family. Family, you wonder what your family is going to think. You wonder what people that are close to you are going to think about what you said. Well, I shouldn't say this because... But if your feelings or if you feel a certain way about something, you should be able to express that, right?
Yeah.
And not hold back. Same thing with you and I. If we're dealing with something in our relationship, we should be able to express exactly what we're going through and what it is that we truly feel. And a lot of times we dismiss our feelings because we're worried about what someone else is going to say or someone else is going to think. We don't want to go to that place, but we have. Mm-hmm. I can't say we haven't because we it's always in the back of your mind. But we want to be transparent. We want to continue to be open about what we think and what we talk about. Not only just for this podcast, outside of this podcast. That's something that we should do constantly. And I believe we do that pretty well in our relationship. We share a lot of things. There's times that we have certain thoughts or, even little things like that you share with me or I share with you. As an example, at times she'll tell me, I don't feel like you're close to me. I feel like you're distant, and a lot of times that's true. Why is that? Most of the times when we get into a place where we are distant, it's because there's something in between, or a lot of times there's certain emotions, or maybe there's a little bit of distance, right? Mm-hmm. When irritation sets in, that's because there's something in between and there's distance. When you start to get angry or you get mad, why do people get mad? There's a lot of things that we could look at. But anyways, we want to keep that transparency. We want to keep that openness with you guys and with each other and share our experience. A lot of times we worry about what other people think, but we have to always remember we're not responsible for what other people, the way people take things.
How they perceive
and
things.
A lot of times we try to control how other people perceive things or how they take something. Oh, well, that's going to hurt their feelings. We don't know that.